So if things look different, it's because, as I mentioned in an earlier video, but not about Magical Princesses, that I kind of exploded my save file. So I was playing with one of my first save file, and I, for some reason, saved over what I had. So I had to do everything again. And from February, which is the most recent save that I didn't save over, and yeah, that's all you need to hear for now. But otherwise, I realized I've also lost a day of Magical Princess because of, well, that and also other things as well. So, I think you might see 2 Magical Princess episodes in the same day, but I guess we'll really see. So otherwise, let's get on to the road. Again, we're running Stamina Daughter, but whether or not Toas will actually survive what I want her to survive, and it's a Noah run. So hey, again, and one more time, in case I didn't repeat or in case I need to repeat myself, or just I am repeating myself, is that I am planning to do 3 runs, and I think that'll be the main point. If you want to see the game yourself, I mean, please play the game yourself. But otherwise, as I sit here, did I already do the family trip? I don't even remember because there was so much spaghetti that went on, figurative spaghetti, that I'm going crazy. So we can do the advanced train. Do we have dates unlocked yet? No. So what I actually need to do is somehow use up... I mean, I don't have to use all the energy. It would be nice though, but since it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case, can just do 3 sword trainings. Yeah, I mean, not because of the stats, but because I need to get rid of this stuff, unfortunately. Do I have all the max energy? I don't. So, would be nice to have energy replenishment. Yeah, I'm just going to do advanced training. It'll pay itself off, but at a certain point, I do need to do some of the max sword training anyway to get the vitality up just a little bit. I don't think I need to, but I just want to see what I can and cannot survive. So, as we take our last stamina class progression, I think that's all we can do. I do need to start going on monster hunts, but I need to get that skill out of the way so I can at least make use of the classes. Or I'm gonna try, because again, I haven't figured out what exactly I want to do for numbers sake, number efficiency sake, but meh. Oh, and that's right, because we're going Noah Chakala, we are unfortunately not able to use our night energy. I could use it once here and there, but for the sake of speed, let's try this out and see if we can still do what I want to do. I'm leaving that vague just to leave out spoilers, even though this series is going to be sprinkled with spoilers here and there. So, I mean, shrug, right? And we'll roll our saves again. Watch me save over it off recording again. I'm going to be so sad. Well, anywho, I think we can win this Academy Festival. I really hope I equip the sword. I guess we're gonna find out. Never mind, I can do it here. So, with 300, well actually what... So let's just take a look at our stats here. I'm not gonna leave it on for long, but I'm gonna leave it long enough to say if you want to look at it, pause. Otherwise, it really should just be for me, so I can pause and look at it and see if I can survive a fresh run. I'm sure you can, and I think the birthdays change the date at which you start, but if I'm wrong, well... I'm shrugging in real life as I say, well, I guess I'm wrong then. I think I have AoE here, which is what I really want, but is it going to be enough? Not if I miss, so that's not good to see. I'm in fact going to just go full AoE and hope that we can get rid of one. No, we cannot. So we just take this damage in the face. And I think actually our daughter goes down. So that's not great to see. Should have gotten rid of one. Well... if your daughter doesn't win and have HP for the next battle, I think, oh no, it's just one battle, right? No, it's 2. So yeah, you need to survive the first one at least. I think I can do it, but I'm not gonna load. This is the same for my old save file, or my first save file as well, as they dance over us, but it was the same for the first file, in which I ended up just getting one shot in like the second round. So it wasn't a one shot, it was a 2 shot, but still. In that save file, Alice took 2 hits. Took 2 hits and fell down, so it was not great to see, but if for no other reason than to show the point, again, you don't need to try so hard, I'm just trying to do it because it, you know, I want to push the limits of what I can and can't do, to some extent. If not, just explore things. So, 2 and then 2, question mark? Well, I tried my best. Could have done something else instead, but I guess it's fine. So, yes, this is not going to be, one, a story-based series, and for me on this channel, but two, it's also not going to be a perfect one, so I can't tell you what is going to be the most optimal. Again, with that said, if you're playing somewhat, you know, well, you should still be able, and we should monster hunt, by the way, you should still be able to do see all the main things in about 3 playthroughs. If you want to be safe, a 4th or 5th, that's all I have to say, and I think we can't. I'm gonna push this, by the way. Yeah, I'm gonna push this and see. So, yeah, let's find out. We don't need to AoE. Let's actually go safe and attack. So, in battle, oftentimes you'll find yourself either queuing up the strongest attack you have, or AoE if it's an AoE battle, or just, you know, attacking normally. Actually, I shouldn't make Noah attack, but Noah doesn't have anything else at the moment, so I guess we just sit here and do this. But again, you might as well find out in C, as we are sitting at C+, and at this point, ooh, the AoE is a bit not enough. So, I hope they hit Noah, and I hope they don't hit Toast. Oh, it's a lot of damage, though. We have another battle to go through. Please recover. Ow, it hurts. Ow, it hurts again. Wind Shear. Nope, it's not going to be enough. So, whoops. Preferably, you want a second character coming along with you, and that is not what I did here. So, again, we'll live through it, but it's fine. Kind of. Not really. So, let's get our 4 energy. I could talk to Chocola, but I want to get through the advanced training instead. Actually, I should have advanced training first. That's a small thing I could have fixed, but it didn't seem like it. There was a 3rd battle that we had to go through. That's not an excuse, but we did have a 3rd battle to go through. So, we'll get on Unbreakable so we can survive with 1 HP on a hit that would knock down Daughter, but off to the rest we go. Again, we're going to try somewhat speeding through it. I'm going to take a look here just so I know. Yeah, so certain NPCs. So it would be... I'm going crazy. Kroa, Fran, and Hasis, I believe. And those are the 3 who primarily come out. Well, there's a 4th one, but I don't want to say it. So, yeah, I don't want to say her name yet. But when we run into her, we will probably dedicate the 2nd run to her, which means I will be doing things differently than my 1st run, because if I were to tell you this, I might as well, as we're autopiloting here. In my 1st run, I thought I could juggle NPCs, and when you are doing a very certain playthrough, that's not going to happen, so I won't say more than that. No skills, so I think, yeah, we just go... Since we're not going to be fighting yet, we will just do... Oh, actually, I was supposed to just talk to Chocola, but I've already done this, so I guess this is the sword training month. But afterward, let's just make sure... Okay, we don't, so back to the training grounds and sword training. And this will be the 1 month I do sword training just back to back to back, so... From this point onward, we do advanced training, but we also want to pay attention to the bakery as well. Also, I just realized that I might actually want to go to the bakery because we have a family trip soon. Oh, we don't have enough gold. In fact, we should have been doing the bakery so I can push the family trips, go on the family trips, but I made mistakes. So I don't think we're going to make the summer one, so rest in peace my full family album, but it's fine, I guess. This is the Chocola event, right? It is. I really hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly, but otherwise... So now she should be able to join us. I'm just going to check the Monster Hunt just to see if she can. She can, and so I want to push those battles because that will be the primary way I want to get money. Now, whether or not I will actually get money... And if nothing else, to see how close I could have gotten. I'm pretty sure I missed that family trip, though. I guess we can find out. So, actually we can't. But I know we're in fall, so we probably missed this first year summer one. What do I want? Speed? Probably speed. Give me speed, please. And off we go. So in the skill tree really quickly here as I go to it, as we also use these anklets, is that we will be crossing through, so to get the mainly the max energy, but probably going to grab Hard Worker. We're not going to really take sensitivity classes, so after we grab this Hard Worker, we're going to probably move over to either Charisma or Intelligence. We're not planning to cast spells, but I think there was something I wanted. Yeah, extra classes. The Infinity would help too. I think I'll just go for the Affinity. The reason for that is that... Okay, now we can focus on Noah. Chocola's gonna kind of not be as great here, but in battle, because I'm not increasing her affection. I don't know, I forgot the exact effects of affection increasing, but it does, I know that for sure it grants you, it grants the NPC that you're raising affection for extra skills. Also, I did not take a skill myself, so should have actually taken that earlier. But off we go. So yeah, now it's safe because we have a full party that can at least, if nothing else, distribute the damage among people, but more importantly, I mean, if Chocola is your healer, if you don't have heals for whatever reason. I should have done prayer instead, but I think we can just attack our way out of this. Save ourselves some time. Which does carry, so I believe your action speed, or your action... What do I want to call it? Action circle? I'll just call it the action circle for the moment. There's a more precise phrase to mention, but it does carry over through battle, so if you're waiting on cooldown, basically, off of an art or a skill that you're using, that's going to carry over to the next battle. It's not always going to have an effect, but usually, in my case, it causes very odd things. I've had to load once because of it. That being said, I'm autopiloting right now, so really Chocola should be healing, but she's going to heal herself instead, so that we don't have to worry about it, because Prayer does not heal herself. I actually also should have been doing a thing. I'm going to AoE here. I don't think, unless no one hits Noah... I was about to say, we weren't going to get that off. That being said, what we run into here, it's going to be all onto us to hope that things go well. So I guess we're just going to stand here and find out. Yeah, I'm just going to attack here and just play it safe. I mean, Noah will still be using magic, but... Oh! Noah! Pain. Well, we'll just do the heal so that she at least heals herself, but... Yeah, we shouldn't have any other problem. Really, it's having some... Either full offense, really high full offense, or bring Chocola. Or make your daughter the healer, but that requires a different build that I'm not going into. So, with that done, let's take a look and see if I can go on the family trip after selling items really quickly. I don't think I even picked up anything. Oh, I kind of did. So, we will use this. The other part about this is that if I don't mention it or go on a date, I forgot to talk, by the way, veterans at this point, with as much time as Magical Princess, or definitely more so than I have, are probably yelling at me like, Jordan, you need to go on the dates because, well, one, unlocking, but two, yeah, you need 200 gold for that, and that would help with the affection, and you know what I say to that? You're right. That's all I can really say. But at the same time, also raising the bar. Yeah, I'm not going to get to go on every family trip, so we don't get that feat, I believe. If I recall that feat correctly. But, oh, it's a Crimson Knight. I think... Yeah, we just have to take the easy one for now. It's a bit too risky to take normal here, from what I remember, the 2 times I've tried. With the first run, but if you know what you're doing, I don't doubt you could push the normal one. I don't know about the hard one, though. The hard one might be a bit too much. For a first playthrough on a fresh save. That being said, with the correct strategy, I don't doubt you could push hard, but yeah, I don't know yet. So, and for those who don't know and are completely new to Magical Princess, basically the rewards you get based on the difficulty does increase if you are fighting on the Crimson Knight and do it successfully on a higher difficulty, or in this case a harder location, because there are 3 basically difficulty increases. Can we AoE this safely? Yeah, we can. Noah should be able to do enough damage, right? I was about to say. I already foresee in this series I'm going to be screaming Noah's name a lot. It's because I might not always bring Chocola, so Noah will kind of be the flex healer. Even though from my experience, he doesn't actually heal a lot, though. So, I mean, I don't know if that's completely accurate. Or maybe I was just going crazy. I swear he doesn't heal as much as I think he does. That being said, I shouldn't be making him... I should still be having him use magic, but I'm not sure. I'm going to actually have Noah just cast his magic and see how much damage it does. Okay, actually, yeah, it's more. It's like at least 3 times more, which makes up for the time spent. Again, I'm really thinking usually gameplay-wise with my game dev brain, or wannabe game dev brain, because I don't really have a successful project or a game created yet. But I think it's still important. I'll mention it again and again, but if this is your first time here hearing me say this, I do think gameplay contributes to a large degree for, hey, as it turns out, video games. So, yeah, that's all I have to say at the moment. So we talk, roll my saves, and into our next year we go. I also realize I need to do a thing, but I think it's fine for the moment. Let's find out. So, please. Okay, so if I keep track of a thing, I'm going absolutely insane. Sorry, I'm just doing something on the side really quickly. 1, 2, 3. We don't have a third 6th class yet, so sadness, or 6th slot for classes. So we can't get through these classes as fast. That's what I'm trying to say. So as we sit here, and I think we're gonna keep talking to Noah. And here's where the date comes in handy. Unfortunately, though, because I only have 11 energy, I can really only just chat if I want to keep battling monsters, basically. That's all I'm trying to say at the moment. That being said, I don't have... Do I have to... Should I still do this first? I think I'm just going to do it first anyway. At this point, though, I should also be saving my skill points, because... Actually, no, that doesn't make any sense. The reason it doesn't make any sense is because it takes me 5 to basically get the thing I want. These other ones are nice for the stamina skill, because they're all stress reduction or, HP in battle, except for Dumpster Diver, so... I'm shrugging in real life as I say, it's not necessary. In fact, I should still go for the tried and true main upgrades, like, +1 affinity if you're doing characters, or primarily energy and classes. That being said... Actually, I have Overachiever right here. Am I going crazy? Well, yeah, because there's max... Yeah, let's get this part of the mag... I didn't even think about that, but... Let's go. All I can do is laugh at myself. Okay, yeah, we're not able... We can... It says we can push the second one. I think we can, but I'm just going to be safe and do this one more time and, yeah, get the battle rank up. Battle rank overall makes... I think it is an increase to stats. I should really make sure that's correct information, though. This should be a Noah event, right? No, it's a Cornelia event. And off we go. Yeah, 1,200 for the next one, but the next thingamajiggy, the next family trip, I think is our winter one. I can look at the family album, by the way. Yeah, it should be the... Actually, it is the fall one. Well, I guess that's me, then. So something to note here, if you didn't already think of... For those who are new to Magical Princess and you didn't already believe in it, yes, you can grab Affection with Cornelia too. The nuance here is that... As I roll my save again, is that her affection does carry over up to a max across the save file. So, yeah, that's all I'll mention for the moment. So therefore, you don't have to start fresh trying to work on her. The thing is, though, actually, no, there's no other nuance. That's all. I have to fill that up all the way. It's not like we have 33% anyway, which is the obvious threshold here for doing completing a class in 3, but. As a dog borks in the background and scares Toas to the ground, yeah, we're just gonna keep talking to Noah here. We don't have enough energy for the date and to continue doing what I want to do. That's why I'm doing the things the way they are. That being said, if I want to be safe, I should push stamina to I was gonna say B. A- first, before I attempt the second level. I'm pretty sure I can attempt it now, but I don't want to waste any more energy and then fail to complete the next level, so we're just going to play it safe and rest. I do miss out on family trips, but on the second playthrough I should be able to go through all my family trips with the feats I will be unlocking. So, as we unlock the back alley. We're not going to be doing that this run. And in fact, we're probably going to be doing that in the quote-unquote third... Actually, yeah, you would probably be doing it at minimum second run. I was going to say, I was thinking of whether or not you can run a complete evil daughter on the first run. I mean, you can. It's just that... I'm trying to think of how you would get that to work, because there is a renown system basically, and that's like literally a stat called renown, and that helps determine basically the quality of the ending you're going for. I'm gonna leave it at that, just so again, to avoid too much spoilers. But just as I mentioned, I think in the first episode, there are 50, I think exactly 51 endings. Which is a lot. We don't have enough money, so we just have to do nothing, unfortunately. Actually, should have just sold things to because yeah, basically, if you can't do the bread festival, you can just toss money in there and get your stats up that way, which would have been helpful because that would basically, these are free skill points waiting for me. In fact, that might be more effective. But again, I want to go through this version and see how well I can do. I did the wrong thing, so whoops. But it's not the worst thing in the world. We can recover that. And it's not going to matter too much in the run anyway, so shrug. But I'm sure it does to some extent, but just let me have it. Usually the, like 90% of the time, what you need to say to keep your daughter's morality high with the daughter talk should be quite apparent, should be quite obvious, but shrug, right? So I was supposed to talk to Noah first, but this is fine too. And there are a couple of more like min-max things you can do if you're really trying to get the most out of your first run. But again, we're just going to cruise through to at least show you like how kind of casual you can be playing through the game and just relaxing. Maybe you do something else while you're talking to Noah or Chocola or Cornelia or Croa, or I'm not remembering any other NPC names at the moment, but you get the point, and be fine. So yeah, we're going to actually wait one more month. Really want to push the stamina to A- just to feel a bit better. And that tip was about your stress hitting 50%. At 50% is when you start suffering the effects, which is why I wanted to go on the family trip. In fact, I think I can if I sell things. So let's see if we can do that. So yeah, monster meat. Probably monster meat. I'm not going to be cooking much in this playthrough as much as I want to. I should though, but I'm not. So yeah. Now, something to note is that you can skip through messages that you've seen across save files and not just across runs in a save file. So that's kind of interesting to note. Design-wise, though, if you're developing a game, that can result in odd bugs. Specifically, I have run into a bug in which I tried that out because I made a small game that had basically 2 playthroughs. And let's just say that when you're naming variables, you gotta make sure that they're actually linking to the thing you think they're linking to, and that you are incrementing variables as you expect to. When I say increment, I mean actually you're doing something with your variables. And for those who don't know any programming and or game dev, just know that I made a big oopsies at times. It was a pretty big oopsies because the whole not draw, but that's the best word I can think of. The main point of the game was basically the link between these 2 playthroughs. Also, some classes do increase your other stats as well, so that's why I said I probably should have just been focusing on another class at some point, but meh. So you know what? We'll go through the charisma route because I need the NPCs to help me to some extent. This allows me to also talk to Cornelia, probably Cornelia actually. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Cornelia. Yeah, because Chocola already has prayer. So it's not so bad that that's all she pretty much does. That being said, though, if you do get, if you do improve your daughter's relationship with Chocola does get stronger healing, if for no one else than herself. I think she also has an AoE heal, if I recall correctly. Hasn't even been that long, but I already forgot. So, with that said, let's try to go through Zone 2. And let's just try to go through Zone 2. On and off. Yeah, on and off comment as I'm autopiloting through this. I forgot exactly how you go through faster, but it's fine for the moment. But, yeah, so basically every week in the month of May here, I should be finishing a run. Now, that's not a full month, as I may have advertised for basically myself, but it should be more than enough, especially if I upload on weekends. So that's me trying to figure things out. So yeah, basically Chocola does prayer unless her HP falls really low, but at that point you kind of run into a little bit of a dilemma if you're in one, because what ends up happening is you want to heal Chocola so she can keep using prayer or something, but if other characters also need healing, especially your daughter, then yeah, it's not great. I didn't mean to defend there, but whoopsie doopsie. This should be able to take care of them all. Never mind. Alright, well, at least Toas gets her turn back. Actually, I shouldn't have even done that. I should have let someone else take the turn so that the daughter could get more action speed back, please. But as I sit here and do prayer, we'll get the HP back. Basically, prayer is a nice little mitigation through healing over time for your entire party, except for the one using prayer. But, yeah, so should have actually done support again, but I think this is fine. Yeah, this lets Toas recover her action, and then we can just attack. Now, unfortunately, yeah, we actually want the damage to be spread, because otherwise prayer is not doing as much as it should be doing. I'm shrugging in real life. That's the end of the sentence. Again, thinking with DevBrain, the battle system of Magical Princess is not the most complicated thing in the world, but it's in a game, it's in a racing game, so you're balancing that with something else. Now, that being said, it's not the most complicated thing to balance for a player. When I say balance, I don't mean game balance, I mean more, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to also focus on not just somehow losing this fight, but basically making it so that you can go through battle comfortably, because I do think you get a lot more from battle than you normally would some other ways through Magical Princess, unless you're doing other types, like a very different type. I'm not going to explain, but yeah, normally you battle, you get gold, you get items, you get rank to your battle system, which is also connected to important things that you may need to do, along with getting resources like renown and affection at times, because as you noticed, when you complete a zone, a character that you are partied with pops in and says something, and you get affection. I think that usually, if not always, happens. Let's find out here. So yeah, gold, affinity from a party member, and nice things. Now, unfortunately, my stress is shooting through the roof, but so I should really be eating these bread rolls. No reason to be sitting on them, but the stress will wear itself will wear off, so I don't need to worry about it as much. That being said, because I don't have an NPC, I mean, I could talk to NPCs just to lower stress. No, that doesn't make any sense, because you recover more stress without any of the passive perks. Basically, there are skills in the skill tree that help you recover energy through talking. Let me see if I can find it really quickly in 5 seconds, and the answer is no. So, whoopsie doopsie. Was it part of the EX skill? Yeah, because stress healed, that's from the family. Never mind, I'm going crazy. Well, I know it's somewhere, though. And let's talk, and let's also save. Should have saved beforehand, just in case I made a wrong decision, but it's not like I was loading anyway, so that being said, I really should just take another class or two, but we're going to complete the stamina one soon anyway, so it's perfectly fine. And we have over half of the game left, or half of the run left, so I'm shrugging in real life as I say. We should be able to get through a class, but yeah, I think, let's see if we can actually push through 2 complete classes, or 2 complete branches. I'm losing my words. Well, anywho. If I want to be... actually, no, that's what I forgot. Yeah, Cornelia appears at night, so I should be talking to Cornelia during the night. Especially when basically, if you don't see a character during the day that you know you can talk to at the point of the game you're in, they should be appearing at night. Now my next... Okay, yeah, not maxed advanced training yet, so we just sit here. I forgot to be saving my skill points, but it's fine for the moment. And so, yeah, we can't even do the EX skills until it basically unlocks for you. So, let's monster hunt it up and just skip through. Basically, if you want to just simple brain it, just don't click on any dangers. Warning means you can survive, but you need to make sure that you've done your strategy correctly. even something as small as equipping another item can change, basically, gameplay-wise, change whether or not you can clear a zone. Shrug! So, stress isn't that high yet. It's going to get high. You can definitely hit 50% in the next day if you don't manage the things correctly, but if you're going to protect the city, it should be fine. I just realized I was going to talk to Cornelia, and I don't get to do that. We're going to push normal and see, though. So as we sit here and do our best, let's see if... Well, I'm going to check something else first. So yeah, actually this will probably be near the end of the video. I mean, you would probably already know that, but let's see if we can do this correctly. Definitely going to AoE here, but let's see if we get enough from it. Keeping note here, because I'm doing advanced training, I'm not getting the, I think it's the Vigor that contributes to physical defense. So... yeah, we're still going to hit Prayer, but as long as Toas doesn't go down, we should still be relatively okay. Again, we're doing Prayer here to help out the whole, well, I say whole party, but primarily Noah and Toast. Prayer also, I think, counts as defense, and if it doesn't, well, feel free to let me know, anyone who knows. Oh my goodness, the pain, by the way. Could defend, but meh. We'll just hit whoever's about to go next instead, because Noah would not have... cast his spell before the other goblin hits us. Again, if you haven't already noticed, a lot of the enemies are pretty much food-based, and that comes from basically the board games also being a very friendly food-based game. Oh my goodness, stop! But, yeah, not much to say. I should actually defend if I want to be safe here. Oh my sweet goodness, make it stop. Stop! Again, to note here, if the daughter goes down, we can't. So we need to make sure she stays up. Unfortunately, I think Unbreakable lasts the entire, well, phase that you're in. Oh my goodness, stop! I should really play it safe and just let her defend, but, yeah, actually we're gonna do that. So, if Noah doesn't do the thing first... hopefully Chocola can get the heal off. Never mind. We get pushed to the boss. Is that going to hurt me? Guess we're going to find out. That little bit of healing is not going to be enough, so we actually do have to make sure that we heal Toas. I'm pretty sure Unbreakable doesn't last between the things. Between rounds. So, because of that, we're still going to attack with Noah. Might as well get some damage out, but... yeah, as long as we keep Toas alive, we should be relatively okay. Because, again, you never know when something really random happens like that. So, attack, attack, attack. And if something really strange happens, I should have actually done support as Noah. Then we throw out a big attack, and our biggest attack is Slice and Dice. But since we don't need to, just play it safer here. Because if I really want to play it safe, I could have the daughter defend, and then have, say... and then have Chocola provide a single target heal. I don't know why I did that. I was talking about it and I didn't do it. Or I tried to do it. So yeah. And again, as you can see, it's not like I'm employing some complicated strategy. It's just me doing whatever. So as we end on the year of March, this should be the... is it the thing? Well, it's definitely a dog and the teacher, who, and of course, is... katakana A, katakana N, part of the board game. We're gonna save it here. So without further ado, yeah, not really much else to say. In the next 12 to 16 hours, I should be putting out another Magical Princess to try and make up for the day that I did not upload one because I was running into technical issues. So, yeah, without further ado, though, if you have anything to say, any comments, concerns, criticisms, questions, anything else, corrections to any mistakes I've made, feel free to say it. Otherwise, if you want to support me or not, whatever you do is up to you. But yeah, without further ado, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!